Fellow Toastmasters and future Toastmasters, welcome to Evaluation Speech Contest and International Speech Contest of District 122 Territorial Council Division B. Today is a historic occasion. We might be in lockdown and make quarantine days more valuable, but that has also provided us with an amazing opportunity to conduct our first ever division contest virtually with Toastmasters around the globe. Before we formally start the contest, today we are not gathered here to admire your good looks or your curtains at the back. So please turn off your video and place your virtual mouse on mute mode, unless called by the chairperson to speak. Of course, this is to avoid any hindrance and distraction during the contest. In case you step out of the meeting or you have invited any guest who may join later, please be informed. We will allow people during 1 minute of silence for the judges during the contest. And kindly ensure your Zoom ID shows your name. Please applaud speaker by using reaction icon in Zoom options like I'm doing currently. Okay, thank you. With that, I would like to call one of the most prestigious person we have today. By profession, he is a doctorate in engineer and distinguished Toastmaster by passion. Please welcome him with virtual applause. Distinguished Toastmaster Dr. Uni.
Fellow Toastmasters, on behalf of Division B of District 122 Territorial Council, I welcome you all to the first ever division contest in the history of Pakistan. Today we are honored to have the company of Toastmasters around the world. We are joined today by Toastmasters from United States of America, Australia, Lithuania, India, Indonesia, Brunei, United Arab Emirates, and South Africa. Toastmasters is a global community, and success of one is a success of all. Today's event is proof of that. With every threat, there is an opportunity. The recent COVID-19 situation has been a common threat for the world. For Toastmasters, we don't believe in any threats. By going virtual, we are connected with each other like never before. The technology has its limits. I can see that I currently am not visible to many. I have some issue with the video camera, but there are many benefits, so life goes on. Today's event will be proof of that. Within Division B of the Territorial Council 122, we have 2 areas. Each area has 4 to 5 clubs. The weeding out process that took place in the past months has culminated into division level contest of international speech contest as well as the evaluation contest. Now I will just touch upon the clubs which are part of the areas. We have 2 areas in the division. I will request Sergeant at Arms that once I've completed the list of these clubs, please unmute the mics so that people will have chance to have physical applaud. In the meantime, you can have virtual applauds when I take the names of each club. B1 club, the first one, Karachi Toastmasters Club. Buyers Toastmasters Club. DJ Toastmasters Club. Zenith Toastmasters Club. Storytellers Toastmasters Club. In the area B2 clubs, these are the clubs: Chartered Accountants Toastmasters Club, Hub Toastmasters Club, Husne Kitabat Toastmasters Club, and I complete the list by finally announcing the last club, which is Express Toastmasters Club. Sergeant at Arms, can you unmute the mics, please, for everyone? Thank you. You may unmute the mic, please. Be followed by the international speech contest. In the evaluation contest, we will have 9 participants, and in the international speech contest, we will have 4 participants. To take the proceedings further, I invite our contest chair, Toastmaster Hina Osaf Ali. Please welcome our contest chair, Toastmaster Hina Osaf Ali.
Good afternoon, everybody, and good morning and good evening to you all, wherever you are in the globe. It is a pleasure to have you all here, and wonderful that we have members of our Toastmasters fraternity joining us, as DTM Munib rightly said, from across the globe, United States, all the way to Australia. Welcome to all of you to the Division B contest for District 122 Territorial Council. As mentioned earlier, today we have 2 rounds of contests: the evaluation contest, which will then be followed by a short break, and then the international contest. Without further ado, I would just like to kick off with this evaluation contest. To just let the audience and all members of our judges group know, all contestants have been briefed about the contest rules. It has been shared with them what the speaking area is within the screen in this online environment. They have also been informed of the timing rules. The timing in case of an evaluation contest is the speaker needs to speak between 2 to 3 minutes. Timer will be turning on the green light indicator at 2 minutes, which will remain on. And at 2 minutes, 30 seconds, the yellow indicator will be on and will remain on. And at 3 minutes, the red indicator will be turned on and remain on until the time the speaker completes his or her evaluation speech. To qualify, the minimum time to speak is 1 minute and 30 seconds, and a maximum of 2 minutes 30 seconds, 3 minutes 30 seconds. I'm sorry. There will be no indication given to the speaker of any time completion. With that, I would like to inform you all that there will be a test speaker who will come in and give a speech without any specific objectives notified to contestants or judges, which will be for 5 to 7 minutes. At the end of the 7 minutes, all the contestants will be led into a breakout room or area by our Sergeant at Arms, where they will have 5 minutes to prepare their evaluation notes. At the end of 5 minutes, they have been requested to fold their evaluations, indicate to the Sergeant at Arms as such, and then keep their eye contact with the camera Sergeant at Arms. The first speaker then will be allowed back into the main meeting to start his evaluation. At the end of each contestant's time, there will be 1 minute of silence for the voting judges to cast their ballot. After that, during that time, the Sergeant at Arms will be asked to bring in the next speaker who will be introduced. At the end of all 9 evaluation speeches, I would request all the audience to remain silent, and for the tally counter to please indicate that all ballots have been collected from the voting judges. And Chief Judge could also give that indication. At that point in time, the results will be collated and we will proceed with interviews of all the contestants and passing on of the certificates. So without further ado, do I have DTM Unib, you're okay, and Chief Judges okay to begin this contest?
Yes, it's perfectly fine.
Great. Thank you very much. Our esteemed Chief Judge, DTM Malik Muhammad Umair. I'd like to now introduce our test speaker. Test speaker, are you available, please, and audible?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. Our test speaker for today, Farwa Fatma. Am I good enough? Am I good enough? Farwa Fatma.
Toastmasters, can you all hear me loud and clear? Okay, then let's begin with a speech. A 6-year-old girl was humming this poem and cycling on the street. While cycling, she sees a car coming into the street. It was 24 March 2001, a bright spring evening. Peeking into the car, she sees and recognizes it's her mother. Excited to see her mother, she ran towards her, hugged her, and went inside the home. Out of the blue, she asked her, "Mama, who is the person responsible for Pakistan?" Her mother, with a thought, said, "Prime Minister." She said, with a voice full of conviction and energy, "Okay, I'll be the Prime Minister then." Her mother, a little startled, but with a smile on her face, said, "My dear, you can be anyone you want to be." Contest chair and fellow Toastmasters, ponder on these words. You can be anyone you want to be. Now, this was the confidence and the mindset that the girl had during her childhood. an all-time favorite student of the teachers and the most loved one. Can you guess what was the moment, the happiest moment of her life every year? Let me tell you, it was when she used to go to the school with her mom and her aunt, and there she used to see her name on the top of the whiteboard of all the students who had performed exceptionally well in their exams. Life was all beautiful and happy and colorful. But somewhere along the journey, somewhere along the way, she heard her mind whispering to herself, am I good enough? Am I smart enough? Am I worthy enough? And these little whispers, these soft murmurs grew stronger and stronger with every tiny rejection and every tiny loss that came her way. So life hit her with a punch for the first time in 2009 when she was in class 7 and she wanted to skip class 8 and move directly to class 9. For the admission, she went into an academy, but surprisingly enough, the principal of the academy refused to take her in, saying that she was not good enough, saying that she was 2 years younger than the average students of her class, and that she would not survive the tough curriculum. Again, in 2012, when she was confused with the voices in her head and the voices around her, was when she was left with 5 exams of CA Intermediate, and she wanted to appear in all of them in a single attempt. Now, fellow Toastmasters and ladies and gentlemen, I would like to give you all a glimpse of the voices that she heard at that time. Are you insane? You know you cannot pass all 5 papers in a single attempt. Why do you want to waste another 6 months of your life? She knew she could do it, but perhaps the whispers in her own mind were so strong that it was impossible for her to believe in herself. Fellow Toastmasters, amidst these doubts and these whispers, there was a tiny ray of hope. And you know, magic happens when you cling on to the tiny ray of hope in the darkness that surrounds you. So back in 2009, when she was given that probation period, she took it as an opportunity. She went straight into it. She shushed the voices that her mind was whispering. I know you think you're not smart enough. She shushed all these voices, and guess what? She ended up scoring the highest in that academy. Again in 2012, when she took that challenge, that opportunity, her mind played another game, but it was very strong this time. I know you think you're not smart enough. Who do you think you are? Let us give up. She shushed those voices. And at the end of 6 months, she received a text message from the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan saying that she passed all those exams. She did it. Toastmasters, that girl is standing right in front of you. I received various exemplary awards during my school and college, received exemptions during my CA examination, went into one of the best firms in Islamabad, qualified at the age of 23, received a managerial position at one of the multinational companies in Pakistan within just 1 month of qualifying, represented my office at various national and international conferences within just 8 months of occupying the position. How? How was I able to do it? Just by believing in myself, just by shushing out all those voices and whispers. Ladies and gentlemen, quite often we are our own worst critics and our own worst doubters and our own worst opponents. Today, I'm here to tell you that no matter what, you are amazing enough, you are smart enough, you are beautiful enough, and you are good enough. Because all of you are trying, and all of you are there on the battlefield, fighting in and day out, and never giving up. Recognize that these voices and doubts are not valid. They are lies, they are fabricated, they are conjured. And how do you stop the lies? You stop them with action. You stop them with effort. I'm going to leave you all with a thought and a quote of Theodore Roosevelt. He says that it's not the critic who counts, it's not the person who points out to the doer of the deeds how well he could have done or how he stumbles and falls. The credit goes to the man who is in the arena and whose face is full of dust and blood. But when he is in the arena, at best he wins, and at worst he loses. Even though he loses, he does so daring greatly. Fellow Toastmasters, life is all about daring greatly. Stay in the battlefield. Fight your battle because you are good enough. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Farwa Fatma, for this speech. I would now like to request our Sergeant at Arms, Faizan Abbasi, to ensure that all of the 9 contestants are please led into the breakout room for 5 minutes of preparation. Faizan?
Yes, ma'am. Aslan Sattar will transfer us all to the breakout room.
Please, if you can confirm once all of the contestants are in, and then inform the timer to start. Leave the timer in also. Thank you. Are all contestants in the breakout room?
Not yet, ma'am.
Toastmaster Hannah, I haven't received the link of going to the breakout room yet.
Same here.
I see. Let me just.
We have created the breakout room, and you all will be receiving the invitation soon. Who is the timer who will join in the breakout room?
Yeah, it's me, Ahmed Aftab. I would like to join.
We do not have 2 contestants, Toastmaster Sabah and Toastmaster Salia. Other than these 2 contestants, I have transferred all 7 to the breakout room.
Toastmaster Sabah and Toastmaster Saleha have not joined our main meeting. Toastmaster Arsalan?
Yes, Toastmaster Hannah.
I just wanted to reconfirm again. We're saying that Toastmaster Sabah Khan and Toastmaster Saleha Khan have not joined the main meeting.
Yeah, they have not joined the meeting.
Fine. So as it stands, I believe they would be disqualified. I will clarify with the Chief Judge.
Yes.
Request a few moments from the audience as I reassign the speaking order, and I will be announcing it shortly.
TMNA.
Yes, Toastmaster Ali. I'd just like
Can
to announce. I'd just like to announce that the two contestants, Toastmaster Sabah Khan and Toastmaster Saleha Khan, were not within this meeting when the test speaker was speaking. They have joined after the speech was over, and hence they stand disqualified to be part of this contest. With apologies. Toastmaster Ali Asher, please can you confirm that the 5 minutes time is over?
yes, yes, it's over already.
Okay,
So should
thank you very much.
we call?
Yes, I will just give me 2 minutes. I will announce the speaking order, and after that, I will request you to bring in the first contestant. Is that okay? Thank you.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah.
Apologies to all of the audience from here within Pakistan and across the globe. We've had 2 disqualifications, as I've announced, because of non-attendance of the actual test speech. So we are going to I will be sharing the contestants' speaking order now, which again, my apologies, I should have done that before. For everyone's knowledge and information, our contestant speaking order is as such. Speaker number 1, Anam Qadri. Anam Qadri. Speaker number 2, Safina Shahid. Safina Shahid. Speaker number 3, Farooq Ahmed Siddiqui. Farooq Ahmed Siddiqui. Speaker number 5, Muhammad Farooq. Muhammad Farooq. Speaker number 6, Junaid Salim. Junaid Salim. Speaker number 7, Sadia Khalid. Sadia Khalid. I'm sorry, I think I got those numbers wrong. Let me just do that again. Speaker number 1 was Anam Qadri. Speaker number 2, Safina Shahid. Speaker number 3, Farooq Ahmed Siddiqui. Speaker number 4, Muhammad Farooq. Speaker number 5, Junaid Salim. Junaid Salim. Speaker number 6, Sadia Khalid. Sadia Khalid. And speaker number 7, Maryam Arif. Maryam Arif. Chief Judge, please can you confirm that all the voting judges have the names now?
Thank you, Madam Contest Chair. The voting judges can check the WhatsApp group. I've shared the speaking order there as well.
Sure, okay. Role players, timers, tally counters, do you all have the names as well?
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have.
Okay, great. With that, I would like to now ask the Sergeant at Arms to bring in our first contestant, Anam Qadri.
Sure, she's coming.
Toastmaster Anam. Toastmaster Anam.
Yes. Am I audible enough?
Yes, you're audible and you're visible. I hope you've pinned the timer screen. Toastmaster Aftab Ahmed.
Yes, she is.
No, Toastmaster Aftab, you don't have to pin your screen. Just can you have your mic off? And we just want to see the speaker. Anam, are you ready? Toastmaster Anam. Toastmaster Anam. Toastmaster Anam, are you ready? Can you give me an indication that you're ready? Toastmaster Anam, can you hear me? Toastmaster Anam. I'd like the technical host to please step in for a moment. Toastmaster Arsalan, is there some sort of technical issue?
I think there is some problem at her end. I think there is some problem with the laptop or something, or she hasn't opened a mic or sort of.
No, she appears to be unmuted from the
Yes, she
screen.
appears to be unmuted, but there is
Yes.
some problem with the mic that we are not able to hear. I think we can call her and check with her
Yeah.
what is the problem.
Okay.
Can anyone call her?
Yes, I will call her. Just give me a moment. Let me call her. Number is off. Okay. Okay. Her number is switched off, but I believe she's being given some assistance. In the interest of getting on with the contest, I would like to move on to the next contestant. Chief Judge, if you
Am I audible now?
give... Okay, she is audible now. So we will go ahead.
Yes.
Yes, you're audible.
Okay.
Without
Am I audible from
without
here
much,
as well, right?
yes, you are. So without much further ado, uh, our first contestant for the day, Anam Qadri. Anam Qadri.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, and TM Farba. Your speech titled Am I Good Enough? Took me wasn't to an experience of a morning walk in a garden. Equally enriching, enthralling, vivid, and very refreshing. Beautifully and well-structured speech, beautifully delivered. Everything was really nice about it. Even you started off with the interaction between a mother and a child that took me to my own infanthood. So you actually drive me from my current condition to the infanthood as well. It was very well structured, very nice beginning. And in the middle, the body, you talked about how you were degraded by everybody, and you, instead of getting demoralized by them, you actually took that up as a challenge, and you made it. Congratulations for that. You were really a great personality, and you really did it. Then you ended up really nicely giving a very perfect message that I hope that it was creative enough that we can all practice it in our daily life as well. Fortunately, I didn't find any boulders in your speech, just a few pebbles, which always come in the way and that are easily to be kicked off. One of them being that while you were mimicking the child, you were showing the child and the mother conversation, it would have been best if you would have produced her voice as well. Like when she said, Mama, who is uh, the person, the prime minister, whatever you were asking. So you could have made a little pitchy or an infant type of a voice, it would have been best. But then even what you did right now was good enough. Apart from that, one more thing, there were meaningful pauses in your speech that added to the glamour if there would have been meaningful movements as well. Like one point here, the other point here, the other point here. Plus, since now we have come off the stage meeting and have started online meetings, so we have a greater perspective of using our screen. We can use our screen fruitfully. We can utilize our screen length that would have been best. Summing up, it was the best speech. And like I say, a walk in the garden, your speech was equally refreshing, like the appearance of a leaf with a dewdrop sitting on it overnight, with the cool breeze of great content, voice modulation, well structured speech. Congratulations. Best of luck. Want to hear from you more, Ms. Ma'am Contestant.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anam. Sergeant at Arms, if you could get the next
Yeah.
contestant ready, and we'll have
Yes.
1 minute for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer is 1 minute up.
Yes.
Timers, please can I have a confirmation that 1 minute is up?
Yes, we have received the confirmation that 1 minute is up. You can go ahead with the second contestant.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Our second contestant for the day, Safina Shahid. Safina Shahid.
Fellow Toastmasters and dear audience, a very good afternoon to you all. Toastmaster Farwa, I loved your speech. It was on a topic that is absolutely relatable to all of us. We face the same questions day in, day out. Everything that we do. Am I worthy enough? So, an excellent choice of the topic. Your speech was very well constructed, from the opening to the content that went with it till the ending. It was a good flow of thought. You were confident, moved around, gave the opening very well. The conversation when the mother was talking to the daughter looking down, the daughter talking to the mother looking up, it was amazing. Your confidence, your enthusiasm, your passion for speaking flowed throughout the speech. But a few suggestions I would give for improvement to make this good speech a world champion speech. A problem that we all are facing in these virtual meetings, eye contact. We tend to look at the screen and look at ourselves while speaking instead of talking to the audience and looking at the camera. So that was one aspect that you can maybe improve upon. Secondly, your voice modulation. The root cause, I would say, is again not being used to virtual meetings. We try to speak louder to be audible and miss out on the vocal variety. Your speech had ample room to create that emotional journey from self doubt to the self confident lady. And you would have used a better vocal variety when you use phrases like voice is whispering in my mind, being a little lower than your normal tone. And then when you said that the voices got stronger and stronger, so the voice would have gone up and up with each level. The third suggestion for improvement, although your hand gestures were there, you were moving around, you were using your hands very comfortably, I noticed that almost 30% of the time your hand was steepling. Steepling is not a bad idea when you have no other hand gesture to do. So instead of playing with your nails or your clothes, you can do steepling. It's a good gesture to be in control of your speech, but you could have had used more gestures like taking a bow when the lady was in front of you or saying all of you when you mentioned that. So another suggestion, the fourth thing that I would suggest, we at Toastmasters International begin our speeches with a greeting to welcome the audience. You could have begun like fellow Toastmasters, good afternoon to you all. Or maybe after completing your story, you could have said, fellow Toastmasters, a good afternoon to you all. So, overall, a very well done speech, a good job. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters Veena. Timers, please time 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Sergeant at Arms, please have the next contestant ready.
Okay.
Time is up.
Thank you. Is our next contestant ready? Farooq Ahmed Siddiqui, are you ready? Can you test your mic, please? Wait. Just hold on. Try to speak now.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Are you ready?
Just let me pin the timer's screen.
Our next contestant, contestant number 3, Farooq Ahmed Siddiqui. Farooq Ahmed Siddiqui.
Fellow Toastmasters and wonderful guests. The start was like, I hear the voices in my head. Toastmaster Farwa took us right into our child when she narrated a beautiful and detailed story that how a little girl was enjoying in the evening time when she saw her mother and her mother was driving the car. It was so detailed that we were into that scene. And then she asked the question to her mother that is she good enough? That was the beautiful thing. The beautiful narration of the story between a mother and her daughter was also done by Toastmaster Farwa. I noticed that she switched roles of our lady and her daughter. Here I would suggest one thing, that it could have been more implicit, could have been more powerful if the voices of the mother and a little girl could have been changed. So the voice modulation would have impacted the story more powerfully. And then she go on to the next level. In the body of her speech, she told us that the girl was hearing the voices again. She connected her opening with the body, that is the self-talk and the belief that every time the people and all the voices in her head were telling her that she is not worthy. But then she realized to know her potential, that yes, she can do it. And she faced many more challenges in her life. And step by step, she confronted those challenges and overcome those things. For those masters, we all were connected. We were listening to the beautiful girl's story. And that is what wonderful speakers do. Here, I would suggest more things. The hand usage was wonderful, but we noticed that the hands were parked in between. The parking of hand is not suggested. So I would suggest that we should not park our hand whenever we are delivering the speeches, so that we could connect more powerfully with our audience. And next, the voice. As I already discussed, that the voice modulation could have impacted the story, but it is not only the story. Whatever we are telling, it should be a low voice and a high voice. Like if you are talking about the darkness, then the voice should be little lower, the darkness. And when you are saying that she overcome, you say with a louder voice. So that story could have been more powerful and all the listener would be into the story more wonderful. The usage of hand was good, but as I suggested, that parking is not the suggested thing. And one more thing I would like to say, that whenever you are talking to people, especially in front of camera, try to take a posture which is completely visible, because during your speech there were few points when you were like this and the top of your head was not visible. So as we are experiencing the video conferences, so I would suggest that take that angle of your camera so that your whole body is visible. All in all, it was a wonderful speech. I would just suggest that with little more energy, with the voice modulation, hand gesture of not parking, that would be a great speech. Thank you to the contestant.
Thank you, Farooq Ahmed Siddiqui. Timers, please take 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. And Sergeant at Arms, please have the next contestant ready.
Oh, one minute is over.
Toastmaster Hina,
Yes.
just a quick announcement that there are some problems with timer 1. So request all the contestants to pin timer 2. Timer 2 is Farhan Ayub, Toastmaster Farhan Ayub.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Arsalan. Can I have the Sergeant at Arms inform them all in the breakout room beforehand, please?
Uh, uh, Please repeat the task.
So, Ali, please inform Toastmaster Faizan in the breakout room to let the contestants know that they have to pin timer number 2 Farhan Ayub before they
Okay,
start
okay,
speaking.
okay,
Thank you.
okay.
Hello everyone, I'm just checking if I'm visible and audible clearly.
Yes, Toastmaster Mohammad Farooq, you are visible and audible. Are you ready?
Yes.
Have you pinned timer Farhan Ayub?
Yes.
Our next contestant for today, Mohammad Farooq. Mohammad Farooq.
It's not the critic that counts. Madam Contest Chair, fellow contestant, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest, and Madam Toastmasters, Farwa Fatma, am I good enough? And the answer is yes, you are. You started with your speech, with your personal story, which is a very effective method of grabbing the attention of the audience. You started with your wish to become a prime minister, and here you are. And you take us through your journey of your life. You show us what whispers were there, how you encountered them, and where you are right now. So it was a very good speech, a very good content, and a very good positive energy gestures you have shown. Your eye contact was very good, and your space using of the stage was very good. And you gave a very good message about the self-confidence. So I must say it was a very good speech. But what makes it from good to great or from gold to platinum? I observed that most of the time you were clipping your hands. It could have been if you can make it free and make more powerful gestures with your hands. The content was requiring a much energy into your speech. You could have made some examples. What were the whispers? How you encountered them? What was method? What did you make technique? What techniques you employed to make them away? And how did you get your success? You could have add one or two personal instances of your life so the audience get the more inspiration. Third thing, your eye contact was very good, but if you could make the camera at your eye level, that would be more better. And the fourth is a pinch of salt. You know, salt is necessary for each dish. So if you could add a little more humor into it, that would make your speech more memorable and it get the audience connected with you. So overall, if I summarize it, good confidence, good content, beautiful use of stage space, and self-confidence, just little more salt and you are good to go. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Farooq. Timers, please mark 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Sergeant-at-Arms, please get the next contestant ready.
Okay.
One minute is over.
Thank you, timer. Toastmaster Junaid Salim, are you ready? Can you please test your mic? Unmute your mic, please.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible now. Also, have you pinned the timer, please? Farhan Ayub.
Farhan Ayub is not visible in my screen. Where is he? Let me check. Farhan Ayub.
With the display of clock, it's a timer too, Farhan Ayub.
Clock. Not visible. Let me check. No time. No
You
clock
have a
is
gallery view or what?
Speaker view.
Yeah, switch to the gallery view.
Okay. I found,
And you
but there
can
is
see the clock, two clocks. Find out the timer two Farhan Ayub clock and just pin that.
timer 2 Farhan Ayub.
If it's not visible in screen one, you can switch to the screen two.
Now I have pinned him. It's okay.
Okay, great.
Right. So you're ready.
Yes, I am ready. May I start?
Yes, our next contestant, Junaid Salim. Junaid Salim.
Miss Madam Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and you, Madam Fawa, thank you for delivering such a wonderful speech. It was really a timed speech because before this contest, I was thinking the same manner, in the same way that am I on the right place? Should I participate? The things which I like in your speech. First of all, the opening, it was really an great melodious song. It captured me, arrested me. I was involved fully in your speech. Second thing which I like in your speech is the story and the personal story. I felt that you actually killed two birds using a single stone. That was really, really great. I believe that you will be a great storyteller. And the third thing, message, believe in yourself. That was really a motivational message. I am motivated. I will be motivated by listening to your speech again. The things on which I think you can improve upon. First of all, which I feel that so many achievement awards you mentioned. I feel that if you kept those award shields behind you, that would have been great impact on me. And during the speech, you pointed out towards those shields, awards, certificates that would have been great. Second thing, I feel that vocal variety. Your mother and you, I mean the daughter and the mother in the opening and sometimes in the middle were talking in the same manner. What I felt, it would have been more impactful if you take out, I mean, the daughter voice in a childish manner. For example, my mom, who is the best person? Who is the best person? And then the mother voice in a heavy manner, the prime minister. That would have been engaged me more in your speech. Then what I feel, the enthusiasm, if you could have some enthusiasm in your speech. For example, when you informed us that you have passed all the papers, you were telling us in the same manner as your speech before. You could have said in this way, I passed all the paper in single attempt. In the same manner, there were so many achievements you discussed, but I feel that there was a little lack of enthusiasm. So, to summarize, all in all, it was a great speech. Keep up your opening, storytelling, and message, and work on your gestures, enthusiasm, and vocal variety. Next time when you come here, I am sure the stage will be yours. Madam Contest Chair. That's all from my side,
And
Madam Contest Chair.
thank you, Junaid Salim. Timers, could we have 1 minute of silence, please, for the judges to mark their ballots? And Sergeant at Arms, if you could get the next contestant ready.
Okay, let me
1 minute over.
Thank you, timer. Sadia, are you ready?
My mic was muted, so I'm
Yes.
just trying to pin the timer.
Farhan Ayub, please pin timer number 2, Farhan Ayub.
All right.
Done?
I think I'm done, ma'am. Oh, no.
Yes, you're audible. Don't worry, you're audible.
Okay, no, I'm just checking how to pin, ma'am.
Just locate at me timer 2 Farhana you, and you can find out the pin option.
In
Double
the
click
dotted.
on the tab, right?
In a 3-dotted tab, you just need to click and pin my video so that it will be visible while you will be delivering your speech. You did that?
Yeah, I think so. It's in, I'm using my phone, Farhan.
You should be seeing the image of a clock right now.
Yes.
If you've pinned him. Yeah?
I
You're
have
okay.
pinned it, Mother. Now you are talking, I can see you only.
I will be muted when you start, so you will see only him. Don't worry.
All right. Okay. All right.
Okay. All
Fair
right.
enough.
Our next contestant, Sadia Khalid. Sadia Khalid.
Sadia, you are not audible.
You mute yourself.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Can I start now?
Yes, please.
All right. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. There are many goals if one goal is far. Fellow Toastmasters, wonderful guests, and beautiful judges. Good evening. What a beautiful speech by a lovely little lady. I was surprised when she started her speech. It was eye-catching. It was wonderfully planned. I found that all the points were jotted down so beautifully that it connected all together, and from the beginning, since childhood, we can relate to it. We know this girl like from childhood till now. Let me have some good points, the valuable points which she used in her speech. The eye contact was good. She was always looking at the screen, and the body language was also there. Open arm gestures as well, and she was very confident. She was delivering her speech. It's like a very normal thing for her to face the audience. She was so much audible as well. She was good in her expressions as well. What I would like to recommend to her, for very few suggestions which I would like to make, that there were some points that she can choose the stage wisely. Like if she was telling us about her childhood, she can use this place. When she was growing up, she can use this place. And when she was telling about the present, she can come to this point and use the wisely stage. One more thing which I would like to recommend, when she was telling about the beautiful girl when she was with her mom and going there, she can add some more little drama. And with that, she can tell her mom, Mom, who is responsible for this Pakistan? And then she can be her mom and said, Beta, it will be a president. And then she can again move to her place and then said, I wanted to be a president then. This could add more drama and this could grab the attention of all the audience. One more thing I would like to address, and just a little suggestion from my side was she was parking her hands. And in my opinion, and it's recommended that you will not park your hands while delivering a speech. All in all, it was a wonderful speech. Eye contact, body language, everything was good. The message which she gave is excellent. And she ended with quote. She started with the poem. It was excellent. Keep it up. Looking forward to hear from you more. Thank you. Over to Ms. Contestant.
Thank you, Sadia. Timer, could you mark 1 minute for the judges to mark the ballots? Sergeant at Arms, please have the final contestant ready.
Okay.
One minute is over.
Thank you, timer. Is the contestant ready? Contestant Mariam Arif, are you ready?
Just a minute.
Okay, your video is lopsided. Mariam, your video is Mariam, can you hear me? Your video is sort of like that. It's not straight.
Am I not visible?
You're visible, but your image is sort of
Okay,
lopsided.
okay, just a minute.
Yeah.
Let me see. Set this.
That's right. Okay.
Is it okay now?
That's perfect. Yes. That's perfect.
Okay, just
Have you pinned the
And I'm
timer?
audible?
Farhan? Yes, you're audible. Have you pinned the timer for
no, let me just do it. Yes.
Okay. Ready?
Should I start?
Give me a moment. Our final contestant for the day, Mariam Arif. Mariam Arif.
TM Farwa Fatma. Am I good enough? A thought-provoking title and a thought-provoking speech indeed that left our audience to ponder. She started with a melodious tune, which is surely a great way to interact, engage the audience, and to make them interested into what you're saying next. She started with a dialogue between her mother and the daughter. Her usage of eye contact was excellent. Her usage of the stage area was excellent. She was a very confident speaker throughout the speech. Now, two highlights of her speech. One, the smooth transitions she made into her speech. She quoted a personal incident Then she gave us the message, then again quoted her personal incidents, her personal experiences into the speech. She had a smooth transition to the journey of her life. She had the salutation which showed that she was a very confident speaker. And she gave us a glimpse into her own journeys and her own experiences, which is a very good way of attracting the audience. Her punchline, her message was very clear. She ended with a clear-cut message, a thought, a quote, and a conclusion. So her punchline, her message was very well delivered, which shows that the audience did ponder upon themselves. They did question themselves that are they good enough? And they did believe in themselves, which was the central message and the theme of her speech. But now, moving on to the things that she could improve. 3 things. Number 1, the energy in her speech. Now, her speech was a mix of happy energy, happy feelings, and disappointed feelings. So when she had her happy feelings, when she had the highs in her life, she did have the smile on her face, but that smile wasn't really reflected. That disappointment wasn't really reflected in her expressions. So when she was disappointed in her life and she had the lows in her life, that disappointment should also be as much visible in her expressions, like so that she can create more impact. And when she asked those thought-provoking questions, she could have added more impact into it. Like she could have said, "Are you good enough?" Or I kept on thinking, "Am I good enough?" And when she told us about her achievements, she could have bragged about it a little more. She could have showed that bragging expressions into her onto her face as well. And that vocal variety could also have been improved upon. When she was experiencing the lows in her situation, she could have showed us that there were points of disappointment. So and last but not the least, you should never say thank you, because we should be thankful as an audience for your speech. So to sum up, the good points in your speech was the transitions you made in your speech, the gestures you have, how you told us about the journey in your punchline. But what you can improve about, a bit of the energy in your speech needs to be improved upon, a bit excitement, a bit lows, lowering your voice when you're talking about disappointments and the hurdles of your life, and never say thank you. And therefore, you did a very good job and truly made us think. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mariam Arif. Timer. We don't need to time this section, but I would request the tally counters to confirm when all the judges' votes have been collected. Or our Chief Judge, DTM Omer, if you could confirm that to me when all the votes have been collected.
Yes, perfect. I'll update you accordingly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
During this time of silence, may I request the audience members at this time to turn on your cameras so that we can see you.
It's like I wake up early in the morning, not that early. Obviously, these days we are all in quarantine, so I get the best use of it, but I go late to bed. So maybe if you can say that I sleep around 5 to 6 hours in 24 hours. The rest of the day I'm all managing, and I'm happy and well settled in all this because now it has gotten into my genes. So I have no problem with that. The rest now you can understand, you can fill in the spaces that how things get, everything gets in place ultimately.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. So I believe what I got from what you said was a very, very supportive husband, number one, and number two, and a passion, being a teacher and focus. These things help you just manage your time. So 6 hours of sleep when you have such an amazing full day with things that interest you, that keeps you going. Thank you,
Yes.
Toastmaster Anand. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Our next contestant today was Safina Shahid. Safina, are you there?
Yes, Toastmaster Hina, I'm here.
Hi, Safina. So, Safina, today was an amazing experience to hear you. I've heard you speak as a speech contestant, as a table topic contestant, I believe as well. I think yes, and today as an evaluator. So you are also a very accomplished young person with a lot of uh, accolades and mashallah certifications with you. What aspect of Toastmastering, I would say, helps you the most in, say, your professional life?
Okay, the most important and helpful aspect of Toastmasters is actually listening for me because I was not a very patient or a strong, focused listener before joining Toastmasters. And after joining here, I've become really focused and really, patient. And I listen with an open mind now that the other person can be saying something that could really give value to me or improve myself in some way. So that is the most important factor that Toastmasters has added to my life, not only professionally but also personally, I would say.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. That's wonderful advice to all of us, all the members of the audience, whether you're already a member or you are a guest. I would agree with Toastmaster Safina. Listening is one of the best um, aspects that we improve upon or enhance when we're in Toastmasters. Thank you. Can I have the next contestant, please? Farooq Ahmed Siddiqui. Are you there, Farooq? Farooq? Toastmaster Arsalan, is there some issue? Has Farooq been disconnected?
No, it's fine. Let me check whether he is with us or not. He is with
Yes,
us.
please. He's with us. Okay, he's with us, but not responding at the moment. So we can come back to Farooq Ahmed Siddiqui. Can I have the next contestant, please? Muhammad Farooq.
Yes, MD Amina, I'm there.
Thank you again, Muhammad Farooq. I was just looking at what you shared about your favorite quote, and that interested me a lot. Light a candle with a candle. Please, can you shed some light on why this is your favorite quote and what it really means to you?
Actually, this is, you can say, my personal experience. Whenever I need a help, I get the help. So I think whenever I get the help, I should return the society the same. So it's like lighting up a candle with a candle. So whatever this earth and this society and this my parents and my all people I'm surrounded by has given me a lot. So I cannot return the same thing to them, but I can return the same thing to the society. I get the education, so I give the education to society. If I get the help from somebody, I can't return him, but I can help the other one to get the candle lighter. So this is what I am doing, and I am trying to do. This is what is, you can say, one of my objective in life.
Thank you, Mohammed Farooq. That was indeed very inspirational. So, in a nutshell, we light a candle with a candle by paying forward. Thank you again. We have Farooq Ahmed Siddiqui back.
Yes, Toastmaster Hena, my mic was muted. That's why I was unable to speak. Or
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So, today we heard you give a very interesting account to our speaker, and you have again a really wonderful quote, which is well known, that inspires you, and that is, yesterday is history, tomorrow is mystery, and today is a gift, as we are in the present.
yes,
Yes, the
yes,
continuation of it. So, uh, in the present right now, we're under lockdown. So my question to
yes.
you then is, what aspect of being in this state at the moment to you say would be the most positive, as you come across as a positive person?
Okay. If you look around all of us, what we see, where are we? We are the most valuable people, and that is our family. We are spending quality time with our family after a very long time, and that is because that we are facing a lockdown situation. Have you ever thought that you are going to spend those hours in your home? Certainly not. And likely, we are having a contest in which people from all around the world are participating and giving us their experiences and learning from our experiences. Nobody has ever thought to attend meetings so regularly in different parts of the world. And that is the beauty. If we are of negative mindset and we think that the glass is fully filled, what we will say, it is not about what you have, it is about how you are producing from what you have. We are in a lockdown situation, but there are many doors open just because of this lockdown. So this is how I see this situation.
Thank you so much, Farooq, for that very, very positive message. Indeed, we are all in this together, and if nothing else, this lockdown or shelter in place situation has brought our Toastmasters community ever closer and across the globe. Thank you so much. Our next contestant today was Junaid Salim. Junaid Salim, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Right, Junaid. You had just a very simple phrase that you shared, and that was now or never. So, my question to you is, what was the moment in time most recently that you had that come to your mind or you felt that feeling? It's now or never. If you could share with us.
Okay. Actually, I have got a habit since childhood, reading book, which I have mentioned in the form as well, which you just
Yes.
gave me, na?
Yes.
So yesterday I was reading the same book, Now or Never. It's basically on time management. So when I was filling the form, the first thing this thing is in my mind, now or never. So I just write down this phrase in this form. That's it.
Okay, so this book just within 24 hours has inspired you that much, and I believe you're right. Um, there is nothing such as good luck or bad luck. It's just when preparation meets an opportunity. So absolutely, it is now or never. Thank you, Junaid. Can I know if our next contestant, Sadia Khalid, is available? Sadia? Sadia Khalid?
Yes, I'm here. Unmuted.
No, you're not. You're not muted. We can hear you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Right, Sadia. So I have known you, I think, about a year now, I suppose, since the first time I came to a contest, and you were a very, very able and accomplished contest chair that day. What I want to know from you in your journey as a Toastmaster, what part of this Toastmasters journey have you been enjoying the most, or has it been changing over time? What aspect do you really love the most?
All right. What I love the most, actually, it changed my life. I can say that because when I was staying at home after I left my job and I was taking care of my kid, then this thing happened that I lose my confidence. I lost everything. Like I was not able to speak to anyone. It was like that. And then I joined Toastmaster with like it was an incident, or you can say it was a very good incident to me. It happened in my life that Toastmaster came into my life, and from where I just changed myself from 180-degree, and uh, it boosts my confidence. It helped me make friends again, where I was lost and I was not able to make friends, make connections, and now I am able to do it again just because of Toastmaster. And I like the most the part of where I can, help someone come out of that phase where I was in. And mentoring is my best part. Like loved it, enjoyed it a lot.
Amazing. Thank you, Sadia. Absolutely. I think Toastmasters as a forum and as a community is a place that helps us all change for the better, connect with a lot of wonderful people, and be able to, as Muhammad Farooq Sahab also said, pay forward. And that is what you summed it up with, mentoring others based on what you've learned yourself. Thank you so much, Sadia. And now for our final contestant, can I have Mariam Arif, please? Mariam,
Yes,
are you
I'm
there?
here. Yes.
Hi, Mariam. Okay.
Hello.
Hi. It was a little bit difficult to get in touch with you today.
Mhm.
So I got a message around 5:30 in the morning, and then I couldn't get in touch with you after that.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I know that, mashallah, you are a medical student
Mhm.
and you are a very, very passionate Toastmaster indeed. So were you studying last night? What was up?
Yes. Okay. So I have a very bad routine. I am a night person, so I like stay awake the whole night and then I sleep when after Fajr. So yeah, I was studying because especially in this time period now when we are all in quarantine and all we have to do is sit at home. So in order to make the most of it and in order to make it productive by studying, I kind of have switched my routine towards night because I can study more effectively at night time. So yeah, I use that night time to study and then I use till afternoon to sleep, which my mom is really gets mad at me for doing this, but I really can't help it. It's not a choice. So yeah.
Okay, great. That's amazing. I would have to agree with you. I was also sort of a night person when it came to studying for professional exams. So that's fine. And what's amazing is that whatever time you have, you are making the best use of it. So for everybody, wherever we are, whatever lockdown, shelter in place, whatever we're in, we can make the best use of our time being at home with family or developing ourselves or studying. So thank you again, Toastmaster Mariam.
Thank you.
Okay, with that, we've completed the interviews of our contestants. And now I believe we're still waiting for the results from Chief Judge. Chief Judge? Okay. Since we're still waiting, I would like to take this opportunity to also briefly interview our test speaker today, Toastmaster Farwa Fatma. Farwa, are you available?
Yes, I am.
Would you mind turning on your, yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you, Farwa. So we had a wonderful inspirational speech from you, which basically put out of everybody's mind any doubt that they may have. It just requires focus and a lot of passion, and one can become anything at all that they want to. And I hope at some point in time, as you grow as a person, you do become the Prime Minister of Pakistan, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Okay. So, I wanted to ask you, as you spoke and you spoke really well, how is it that you came by Toastmasters, and how has that transformed your life as well?
Okay. I came to know about Toastmaster Club from our current DTM Malik Muhammad Umair. And as I was an introvert and I really did not enjoy connecting with people and talking to them, so this was the opportunity or the forum that I took for myself. And again, I took it as an opportunity to change myself or to really use it to connect to people. So it's been a year, almost a year, that I have been a member of the ICAP Toastmasters Club Islamabad, and a member of the executive committee there. I'm currently serving as club secretary. So it's been amazing transformation. I mean, previously during my office meetings, I really did not wanted to talk to people and really couldn't connect to them. But now I feel it's easy to talk to them. It's easy to listen to what another individual has to say. So it has quite transformed me a lot.
That's really amazing. So, uh, as in with everything in your life, mashallah, you've always been well prepared, and I see that's what you mentioned in some information that I asked from you. So, about giving speeches because you like being prepared, I guess. Would you say that also helps out in the professional life in terms of how you've been preparing for speeches? You can then also, being an introvert, you have to work on being able to speak to people. So that's helping you, I guess. Yes.
Yes, definitely, that's helping me. So, the best part of Toastmasters, the segment that I enjoy the most is the prepared speeches. And due to the fact that I like to be prepared ahead of time, and this has definitely helped me in office because then you have to attend conferences and give keynotes over there or represent your departments over there, provide presentations. So it has definitely helped me a lot because they tell you beforehand, so you get the time to be prepared, but then you have to present really well. So yeah, that's why I like this segment a lot, and I actually
That's
enjoy it.
that's good. So it doesn't basically a lot of times why they say public speaking is probably the second or the third biggest fear after death for all humans is because you have to face a lot of people. So I guess what we're hearing from you is preparedness helps you just overcome that nervousness of facing so many people, since you're saying you've been dealing with the how would you say with conferences and stuff. So
Yes,
that's amazing.
exactly.
How do you find this transition from actually looking at a lot of people to speak and then speaking in a camera?
Well, really, I'll tell you through an instance. Recently, we were in Nathia Gali, and there I was supposed to present on behalf of the finance department. And the individuals that I had to present in front of were almost 150 to 180. So, what it didn't matter to me if they were 30 or 180 because it feels that there is an audience over there. But yes,
Right.
when it comes to this online meeting, I found it a bit difficult because face to face or meetings when you are facing the audience, I feel that's bit easy and bit energetic instead of this, because while today I was giving my speech, I couldn't actually see anybody, and it was like I was talking to myself. So it was a bit distracting, and I think personal face-to-face meetings and speeches are far better and far enjoyable. So this is the main difference that I've felt.
Okay, that's amazing. Thank you so much. I guess what we would all be learning through this is, of course, at first we all had the fear of facing people, and now that we're comfortable facing, I feel like you're right. When you make eye contact with audience, it energizes us. You're right.
Yes.
And looking at a camera, it's like very strange. Sometimes what I try to do is maybe look at the little screen where I am so that I can see how I'm coming across, and that energizes me. I'm not sure if that little piece of advice might help you too, but
Mhm.
amazing to have you on board, and thank you so much for being our test speaker. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Do we have
Toastmaster Hina,
yes, sir.
right? I think as you're waiting for the results to come, I think maybe we can ask the quality directors. I think we can utilize this time.
Yes.
And I think that's their slot for to say something. The program
Absolutely.
quality director and program growth director.
We'll do that, definitely. So with this, I would like to now invite our District 122 Territorial Council Program Quality Director, Toastmaster Zaid Kalia, please, to come and share some words with us. Toastmaster Zaid. DTM Zaid, are you available?
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible. Over to you.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests from across the globe, we are united. Previously, we were united, and now we are um, more united due to coronavirus. And it has given us ample opportunity to interact with each other, to share our experiences, and to learn from each other. Now we don't have any boundaries, and we can go to visit any club meeting in any part of this world. And this is truly amazing and a blessing in disguise. So I'm glad that our Territorial Council Division B has taken the first step, and today they have organized an amazing event. It is a contest, and I'm truly glad the team behind it. It is a big team who is working to make it happen, and we have run several mocks and training session to make it possible. So I would like to appreciate everyone's effort, from division directors to area directors, test speakers, contestants, audience, role takers, our honorable judges, and our district trio. That all of us have made it possible in such a short span of time, and it was very challenging to go for online contests. And I have two big news for each of you. I have, in fact, many good news, but if I start speaking about good news, then I think we have to postpone our next contest. So I would like to restrict my speech on two. First of all, that we are having our first annual district virtual conference 2020 of 3 days. It will start from May 31st and June 1st. So it will be a 3-day virtual conference, and it's an open invitation for all Toastmasters across the globe to join us in this event. Second good news is that in that conference, we have number of worthy speakers coming in. Toastmaster International first Vice President Margaret Page, world champions like Mark Brown, world champions like Kathani have consented to join us in this conference. Our legend regional advisor R.A. Ali will be with us in this conference, and amazing, beautiful, talented Toastmasters like you will be joining in this conference. So I would like to extend my invitation to all of you and extend my invitation to all of the people you know, your friend, your colleagues, your family, and other Toastmasters. And in this conference, we will be having two contests. Like today, we are having two contests. So at district level, we will be having an evaluation contest. So the winners of divisions of both divisions will be showing their talents in district contest. So best of luck to the winners. And also international speech category will be there waiting for the winners. So I must appreciate in the end efforts of every one of you who have taken your time and today made this event a great, great success. Back to Madam Toastmaster. Hina.
Thank you, DTM Kalia. So that's exciting news, and we hope to see all of you at our district virtual conference. I'd like to now invite our district director, DTM Samir Hamid, to please come and share some words of inspiration and vote of thanks with us. DTM Samir.
Okay. Thank you. Toastmaster Henna, it's been a real pleasure. You've been a wonderful contest chair. Things are going smoothly. And as I said, it's so great to see the first contest of this kind. First, of course, it's a virtual contest. And of course, the second part is that it's the first time we've ever done it because we just became a territorial council this year. And, you know, it's going to be a long journey, but this is the first step. I'm also really grateful to all of our friends from all over the world who have joined us today. And I hope, if possible, they'll join us during the district conference. We have so much to learn from you, and we are so grateful that you're here, and we hope that you'll be able to guide us so we'll be able to achieve your heights of becoming an actual district very soon. And I hope that one day, one of the people sitting in this virtual room will be the world champion of public speaking. Over to you, Toastmaster Henna.
Thank you very much, DTM Samir Hamid. Yes, we are very much looking forward to becoming a full district soon, inshallah, and hope that we grow from strength to strength. With this, I would just like to check again with the chief judge if we're done with collating results for the evaluation contest. Do we have an update? I think not yet. Not yet. At this point in time, just to find out and get an update with him, may I request our district growth quality, I'm sorry, I forget the term, I'm so sorry.
District
DTM,
growth director.
Club growth
sorry?
director.
Club growth director, yes, of course. Our club growth director, our CGD, distinguished Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid, to please share a few words with us. Thank you. Toastmaster Talha, are you around? Toastmaster Talha?
He's not available with us right now.
He is not available with us. Okay. In that event, we could maybe have some brief table topics if anybody's interested. I just need to, if you could give me a moment to just confirm with the chief judge if they need a bit more time to finalize collate. We need to then get on with the next contest, inshallah, because we're running over time a little bit. Just give me a moment.
Assalamualaikum. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Thank you.
Sorry for the delay. I had my speaker off so that we could concentrate on the results. The results have been compiled. We can proceed towards the next contest.
Thank you very much, Chief Judge. With that, I would now like to formally commence the International Speech Contest. As informed before, our contestants have been briefed and judges have been briefed by the Chief Judge. And the speaking area has been informed to them as being their screen and some stepping space within that. Also, the timing has been informed to them. This speech will be a 5 to 7 minute speech with the green light signal going on at 5 minutes and remaining on for the 1 minute. Then the yellow being on at 6 minutes and remaining on. Then the red will come on at the 7 minutes and will remain on till the speaker completes their speech. There will be no warning for overtime. Timers, please confirm who will be the timer that the contestants have to pin when they want to start speaking. Timers?
I am available now. My technical issues has been resolved.
I'm available
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'd like is the contestants, please, if you're able to pin both timers, that's great, but pin timer Ahmad Aftab, and the other timers are backup who will be taking your time as well. Okay, right. With that, I will now announce the speaking order for the benefit of the audience and all role players and judges. Our speaking order today is contestant number 1, Arusa Mohsin. Contestant number 1, Arusa Mohsin. Contestant number 2, Anam Qadri. Anam Qadri, contestant number 2. Our contestant number 3 is Muhammad Farooq. Muhammad Farooq. Contestant number 4 is Fahad Ahmed Hashmi. Fahad Ahmed Hashmi. At this point in time, I would also like to invite the Chief Judge to give us a briefing on the rules and aspects for originality. Thank you. Chief Judge DTM Umer. Chief
Thank
Judge
you, Madam
DTM.
Congress Chair.
Thank you.
Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir, you are.
Thank you. During the International Speech Contest, I'll quickly share the judgment criteria with all of you so that all of you know that how the judges will be marking the ballots. Let me quickly share my screen with all of you so that the slides are visible to all of you. So the first component that all of you will be judged on is speech development, which carries 20% weightage. In speech development, the judges will be looking at opening, body, and conclusion. Is your message supported by relevant examples, illustrations, facts, and figures? And the transitions between the ideas, are they smooth or not? 15% weightage goes to the effectiveness of your speech. Was the purpose of speech clear? And did the speech basically ensure that the purpose was clear and it was revolving around that purpose or not? And was your speech appropriate given the audience? And how did the audience receive that speech? The third component that the judges will be marking on is speech value, which is 15%, which carries 15% weightage. Your speech has to be original. According to the rules, I'm sure all of you are aware of the rule that you can copy only 25% of the content of your speech. Rest of your speech has to be original. And even for the copied content, you have to give reference to that. The second component that will be covered in speech value is how meaningful your speech is to the audience. Your physical basically aspect covers your body language and your facial expressions. That carries 10% weightage. Your vocal variety, your pauses, and I'm sure all of you are aware of voice modulations as we witnessed in the evaluation contest, wonderful evaluators evaluating a wonderful speech. So all of you know that your vocal variety is of importance and carries 10% weightage. And the manner you come across, your enthusiasm, your assurance, if the message is coming from your heart or not, it carries 10% weightage. The choice of words, what is it appropriate for the audience or not, that again carries 10% weightage. And correctness, grammar, and how it is, the message is portrayed, does it make sense or not, that again carries 10% weightage. So that's basically the gist of judgment, how the judges will be marking the ballots. If any contestant has any protest around originality, you can directly reach out to either the contest chair or myself through private message. Best of luck to all of you. Looking forward to listening to amazing and inspiring speeches by all of you. Over to you, Madam Contest Chair.
Thank you, DTM Umer. And with that, we would like to now start the contest. And I have your okay to start the contest.
Yes, it's perfectly fine.
Thank you. I'd like to have the first contestant ready. Arusa Mohsin, are you ready? Arusa Mohsin?
Unmute me.
You're unmuted.
Okay.
Please turn on your camera.
My camera is switched on.
Ah, okay, we can see you now. That's fine. So we can see you and hear you. Have you pinned the timer?
Yes, I've pinned the timer.
You've pinned the timer. Thank you. Have you got two devices on?
Yeah, I have two devices. Is that creating a problem?
There was a little bit of an echo. Maybe if you could move one a little bit further away.
Is that fine now?
Yes, I believe it's fine. So you're ready? Okay.
Yeah. I'm audible?
Yes. Our first contestant for yes, you're audible and you can be seen. Our first contestant for today, Arusa Mohsin. What will people say? What will people say? Arusa Mohsin.
Millions of people around the world daily dream to live a life on their terms, doing things that make them happy, rather than being stressed out and going through the pain and agony of thinking, what will people say? From the rising of the sun to when it sets down, the first time we open our eyes to when we close them permanently, the first words we speak to our final prayers, the first time we learn to toddle till our final walk to the grave. Each one of us lives under this immense pressure. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. I am feeling a little scared right now. Have you ever thought to yourself, what will people say? Since I was a child, I was really afraid of just one set of people. I call them the unknown people because even I don't know who they are. All I know is that it's supposed to be very afraid of them. So, when I was 9 years old, me and my sister were playing Super Mario on Nintendo, and my mom was cooking pasta in the kitchen. I could smell the aroma of pasta. I could feel the remote controller in my hand, and I could hear my sister loud and clear, up, 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 as she had her eyes glued on the screen. I was immersed in my own game when suddenly my sister thrashed the remote controller on the floor as she loses the game. She grabs my hair from behind and yells at the top of her voice, Urusa, you did that on purpose, didn't you? Not knowing what I did till today, I did not wait to put my boxing skills on test. Having watched enough of WWE on television, I give it a punch and a jab, a punch and a jab. And my mother came in between the cat fight and slaps me hard. Ow! Urusa, at least think, what will people say? Can you imagine how I felt? Having never met these people, I had to think what they will say of me. Ridiculous. But Mom, I don't see any people around here. All I see is this mosquitoes flying over your shoulder. Guess what happened next? She slapped me on the left cheek too. Yeah. That night, however, my mother came into my room and she sat next to me. Darling, I just wanted to say something to you. Finally, she realized her mistake. Yeah. Darling, was that really a mosquito on my shoulder? You made that up. Mom! Years passed on. I had finally graduated and it was time now to decide what career path I should choose. All my life, I envisioned myself on the stage with thousands of people applauding me. I think I was a born Toastmaster. I wanted to leave my legacy. I still remember the first time when I went up on the stage. I was so nervous, thinking what would people say about me that I couldn't say anything. That scary voice in my head. Do I look good to the audience? Would people like my voice? What would people say if I say something? Nevertheless, I was a celebrity that day. I excitedly went home and I told my mother, Mom, I think I know what I want to do in future. I want to do theatre. I want to act. I personally thought it would be a sigh of relief for her that her daughter doesn't want to be a wrestler anymore. I mean, honestly, I do feel that slap whenever I see a mosquito around. Theatre? Acting? Urusa, are you out of your mind? What will Aunt Sarah and Uncle Jamal think of us? That we send our daughters out for acting? Urusa, what will people say? But, Mom, please, it's my dream, please. I could feel the shivers all over my body. Who are these people? And why do they get to decide what I have to do in my life? That day, I could see my dreams being crushed by my very own beloved mother, my society, and my culture. Ladies and gentlemen, It all starts from childhood. If we as adults inculcate values in our children, when they constantly have to think what people will say about them, then they will grow up as being adults who will be hesitant even to ask like simplest and basic of questions. Today, I propose to all of you, let's live life on our terms. Let's do things that make us happy. Because as they say, those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Contestant.
Thank you, Toastmaster Urusa. May we have 1 minute silence for the judges to mark their ballots, please?
1 minute time is over.
Thank you. Our next contestant, may I please know that your mic is unmuted?
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible and you're visible. Have you pinned the timer?
Yes.
Ahmed Akhtab, thank you. Our next contestant, contestant number 2, Anam Qadri. You've got the love. You've got the love, Anam Qadri.
The woods were dark, but I kept running. I dared not look back, but I could feel his footsteps drawing closer and closer towards me. Every breath like sandpaper in my throat. All I wished was to stop and to crouch low, for my kidneys ached. But too afraid to get caught, I moved branches after branches as I moved forward. The more I tried, the more my legs were giving in, and my head too started getting dizzy because of a strange smell. Something was burning, but the source was nowhere in sight. By now, I could hear him very close to me as he said in a deep, gravely voice, "Isn't this smell strange?" Startled, I turned around to find him only a few inches away from me with that sly look on the face when he said, "This is my heart burning, but now it won't burn anymore. Ha 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 ha, because you've got the love." And with that, he pounced over me. I jerked back, hitting the ground, and opened my eyes. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I opened my eyes in my own bedroom, wrapped up in my warm blanket, but lying down on the floor with that strange smell still surrounding me. As my senses revived, I recognized that this is the smell of burnt milk. Like, Yahoo! It was Sunday morning and my husband was in the kitchen. I know you must all be thinking that I'm going all crazy. But sitting here at this moment, I could figure out what our royal mess would be in the kitchen right now. Broken eggshells of half a dozen burnt eggs would be lying around in every corner of the kitchen. No wonder why lizards don't visit us on Sundays. add to that, when he would have tried frying a seventh one, even that would have burned around the edges. But my dear husband would have carefully cut them down and hid them into the depths of the garbage bag. Not to forget that overly boiling milk would have formed a brown scum around the stove, and the utensil in which it was boiling and later on burning would be presenting an image of, I don't want to mention it here. My thoughts were interrupted by his arrival with a smile and a tray in his hand. As he laid down the tray, I couldn't help but laugh, because apart from that perfect breakfast, there was another thing perfect. A red rose in a vase placed over the tray. As he crouched down on one knee, presenting me the rose, saying, "You got the love." Just then, a dust storm billowed in from the windows and from the gaps under the doors. My eyes teared up. Suddenly, the rose, the tray, the husband, everything was gone. I couldn't even see my own hands. I sprang off the bed, splashed onto acrid flood water reeking with chemicals, and screamed, "Tim! Tim! Tim!" But he was nowhere in sight. I even stumbled through the dense smoke, but to no avail. The dust storm settled. 3 zombies emerged and shuffled towards me. Just then I felt a movement at my back. I turned around to face a hideous witch with a hammer in the hand. The hammer spun and touched my nose, and I was jerked away. It was my maid, carrying a broom in her hand, asking me, "Madam, shall I use this or something else?" That chemical reeking water was the phenyl mixed in water that she was using to mop the floors. And that dust storm were her dusty swipes on the furniture around me. That burning smell was that of a smoldering toast somebody had kept on the stove and forgotten all about. Not to forget, those 3 zombies were none other but my own kids, nagging me, "Mama, Mama, Mama, please wake up. We need breakfast." So that old crone, that husband with the rose, that witch was all a dream within a dream within a dream. And I had woken up to yet another Sunday morning with the same mess around, the kids clamoring after me, 1,000 chores to do, 5 seconds into the day, and I wanted to tear my hair out and go back to sleep. But then I inhaled in a fresh breath of air. Not of the smoldering toast this time, but of the rose. I looked down. The rose was still in my hand, with its ethereal beauty a symbol of elegance and comfort, hinting me that that old crone in the woods, that dust storm when my husband was about to give me the red rose, and those 3 zombies when appeared when everything seemed to be settling down, was all my subconscious mind tricking me into the house chores for the next dawning day. Since tend to take all these things for granted, and we all tend to do that. We take our children, our household, our normal routine for granted. But this rose is now giving me the message that no matter how tough time gets, how difficult times come, and how many problems come into your life, you have always got the love of your loved ones to pull you through. Ma'am, Contestant.
Thank you. Timers, can we have 1 minute silence and time on the clock for the judges to mark their ballots?
1 minute time is over.
Thank you, timer. Is the next contestant ready?
Am I audible to
Mohammed
you?
Farooq?
Am I audible to you?
Yes, you're audible. Cannot see you. Yes, you're visible as well. Audible and visible. Your timer has been pinned.
I have one request.
Yes.
I see both timers are showing different signals. So please ask them to like align, because I see the different signals from two timers.
I see. What I would suggest, sir, is pin one of them so that you see just one of them on your screen.
I'm taking the timer one. Huh?
Yes, timer one. That's right. Done?
Yep.
Ready. Our third contestant for today, Mohammed Farooq. Look behind. Look behind. Mohammed Farooq.
I used to be a very simple and innocent when I was a kid. Once teacher came and asked, "Boys, please tell me how many brothers do you have?" She started asking from one end of the class, and I started counting on my fingers number of my brothers. We used to live in a very small colony, neighboring all of my paternal and maternal relatives together, just like one big family. I had a lot of people around me. I was the youngest one. So the rule of relation was very simple for me. If an adult is married, he is uncle. If he is unmarried, he is brother. So I had plenty of brothers. By the time teacher came to me, my count reached to 37. So I said innocently, "Ma'am, I have 37 brothers." "What? 37? She shockingly repeated my words and fainted away. Madam Contest Chair and my beautiful family of Toastmasters. Memories of childhood are unforgettable, especially if you have such big number around you. Life used to be full of fun, excitement, and enjoyment. We don't need anyone from outside. We could have arranged our own Premier League or Super League within our family. Whenever there is a match between two teams, I used to be a common person in both teams. Often as 12 player. Whenever a player hits and ball goes to somebody's house, me, "Auntie, please, it won't happen again." Whenever a player needs a cold water bottle, I had to go with the weapon of my innocence and arrange the water bottle from the surrounding houses. Whenever some player hits and ball goes to you can imagine how much we would have enjoyed when there is a festival and celebration. And in the time of sorrow and sadness, we all stand together, shoulder to shoulder. As 5 fingers are not equal, everyone in that one big family was different in their nature, in their behavior, in their personality, in their choices, in their preferences, and their race in the pace of life. Some were sprinters, someone jogging and running, and someone just ambling and walking. Over a period, we all were at different stages of life according to our pace in the race. Birds of feather flock together. We started making new connections, new relations, new friendships with our like ones according to our social status. Our one big family divided into many groups. A strong rope of connection, which our family used to have, started getting thin and loose day by day. And after a few years, it was just like a thin, tiny, loose string of contact. For people who moved outside of the country, like me, that thin, tiny, loose string of contact even got broken. I went abroad with a single objective to increase my pace. I started focusing on my projects, on my achievements, on my success, on my bonus, my increment, my promotion, ignoring all other things, making my pace fast and fast and fast in the race of life. One day, I got a call that had a news which made me frozen. Ali, one of my 37 brothers, is critically ill in the hospital, counting his last breath. I got shocked. I am one of his brother. How come I am unaware of his situation? A deep grief, embarrassment, and shame surrounded me from top to bottom. He was with me in the race of life, but his pace kept him behind us. We did not realize, we did not stop, we did not look behind to see if he needs a help. We kept continuing, the distance increased, and he was left behind and ignored. Now he is at hospital bed, and it is very difficult for me to see this person on hospital bed with whom I laughed, I played, I enjoyed. I spent finest moment of my life. How many times I broke glasses and blamed him. How many times I went to his house and get the water bottle. That phone call was an alarm that rang from east to west in whole of our family. And we all started thinking about reconnecting and reuniting with each other. When Ali saw everybody is coming back to him, he started getting recovered and he started coming back to life. But do we need that incident so that we stop and look behind? Do we need someone to scream his heart out so that we stop and look behind? If we don't stop, if we keep continuing, there may be a regret ahead. Do we want that regret in our life? Believe me, it's very difficult to live with that regret. No matter how fast is your pace in the race, please stop. Please stop and look behind. Look behind, you may find someone that needs your help. Raise your hand, hold his hand, bring him up and reconnect with you. It's far better than to regret. Look behind and you will not get regret. Madam Contest Chair.
Thank you. Timer, can we have 1 minute of time for the judges to mark their ballots?
One minute time is over.
Thank you, timer. Can we have the last contestant ready to speak, please?
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. You're visible as well. Have you pinned the timer, Toastmaster
Yes, I
Ahmed
have.
Aftab? Okay,
Yeah.
that's great. Our final contestant for today's International Speech Contest, Fahad Ahmed Hashmi. Boys don't cry. Boys don't cry. Fahad Ahmed Hashmi.
To all the men who are listening to me right now, do you you're a man. You are not supposed to cry. Crying is only for women or for those who are weak. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, let me tell you a story of an 18-year-old teenager who doesn't fit our standard of being a boy. I know it sounds weird, but you know, he doesn't do sports. He doesn't indulge himself in physical and I tried to talk to him to explain him that this is not going to be good for you. You know,
Fahad,
I
can I have
discovered
a
one
moment,
thing.
please? Fahad, your voice is slightly breaking up. Would you like to take a moment to check your connectivity and restart? We'll give you a minute.
Okay. Is it okay now?
It's okay right now, but you started to speak and it started to break up a little bit.
Yeah,
So,
currently everything is okay.
okay, just give me a second. Chief Judge, can I have your okay to have Fahad Hashmi start his speech again, please?
Yes, that's perfectly fine. It's a technical glitch, so please give him one more
All right.
chance.
Sure. Timers, please set the time from the beginning again. I will introduce the speaker again.
Just check once more. Am I audible? Is it still breaking? The voice is still breaking?
It's fine right now. It's fine
Okay.
right now. It just broke twice in between, that's why.
Okay,
So,
okay.
best of luck. Our final contestant for today, Fahad Ahmed Hashmi. Boys don't cry. Boys don't cry. Fahad Ahmed Hashmi.
To all the men who are listening to me right now, do you remember the last time and you know, even my doctor said it to me. In general, from the
Toastmaster
psyche
Fahad, just when you spoke right now, we started to hear you again. And other than that, from the beginning until about 4 or 5 seconds before, we could not make out what you were saying. Your voice was completely breaking up. And
should I rejoin the meeting? Maybe it's a problem. Should I rejoin the meeting?
if you could, and Chief Judge has suggested, if you could please maybe try from another room in case there's some connectivity issue. We will give you 3 to 4 minutes timer. If you could put 4 minutes on to allow Fahad Hashmi to sort this issue out, please.
Madam Contest Chair, please also announce that this is the last opportunity that he'll get.
Yes, will do.
Otherwise, the judges will mark as per the distorted sound.
Okay. Toastmaster Fahad?
Okay, just give me a couple of minutes then.
Okay. So you've heard the chief judge's comment just now.
Yes,
So
yes,
you're
yes.
okay. Sure. Thank you. And to our wonderful audience, thank you for having joined us and stayed with us so far. Apologies for this delay that's happening. We are hopeful that our final contestant will be able to sort out this issue, and we will recommence uh, the contest. Please bear with us for a few minutes. Do we have our contestant back online with us? Fahad?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you as clearly as when you started. Hopefully it doesn't
I don't
lag
know
now.
what is this problem. I apologize for that, but again, it's nothing is apparent before.
Okay. Timer tagged, pinned, ready?
We all set.
All set. Okay. For the final time, Fahad Hashmi, boys don't cry. Boys don't cry. Fahad Hashmi.
To all the men who are listening to me right now, do you remember when was the last time you found something rolling down from your eyes onto your cheeks? Shh, that's not crying. Don't use that word. You are a man. You are not supposed to cry. Crying is only for women or for those
Are you done, Toastmaster Fahad?
Okay, so you people are not hearing me, right?
Yes. Now that you're close, we can hear what you said. Just when you started, we could hear the first maybe 2 or 3 sentences, and then the sound was lagging again.
My bad. You can't work out.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Fahad, for trying. Thank you. Okay. Bye. Okay, with that, we had the final contestant. Timer, could I ask you to just check on the time and share your all timers, share your timing sheets with the chief judge. Tally counters, kindly collect the ballots from all the voting judges. And once you've collected that, and chief judge, if you can confirm that you have all of the required documents with you, we will start the interviews of the contestants. Thank you.
Madam Contest Chair, you can please proceed. We have received the ballots and we are in the process of compiling the results.
Thank you, Chief Judge. Okay, with that, I'd like to have a quick talk with all of our contestants. Can I have our first the contestant, Arusa Mohsin, please?
Yes.
Hi, Arusa. So this was your first experience here, in fact, for all of us in Pakistan, at the division level. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling really excited, but I'm expecting the results now, right now, so a little nervous as well. So let's see.
Okay, all the best. And just a quick one. As per your speech, you were aspiring or have been aspiring to act. Have you been able to make any progress on that front?
So that was my dream when I was a little child. And I think as far as you grow up, you sort of realize what matters in your life, what's really important, what you really dream of, what you really aspire to. And sort of in that process of growing on, I have developed a passion for training. And Alhamdulillah, I have started that passion currently this year only. And I think Toastmasters has really helped me to push myself to those boundaries. So yeah.
That's wonderful. That's amazing. So wonderful that you're following your passion and that Toastmasters helped you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arusa. Our next contestant, Anam Khadri, are you there? Are you with us? Anam Qadri?
Yes. Yes, I'm here.
Right, Anam. You, as always, are enthralling us with an interesting story. You're a great storyteller. So, and I believe reading is one of your hobbies. What sort of genre of books, literature do you like reading? And is that partly what inspires you to write and speak as well as you do?
Well, right now, these days, I don't follow a specific genre. But yes, I have been reading different kinds of books in my different ages. Like I used to read more detective and thrillers when I was in my school age. And then when I grew up to be in college, I moved on to Agatha Christie and those type of mystery stories.
Right.
Then when I finally turned up into university and after my marriage and everything, then I opted for novels. Like I used to read novels before as well, but those were few. I was more into these kind of thrillers and mysteries and all those kinds of things. But now whatever I get to read and how much time I get, it all depends on that. Now I don't follow a specific genre.
Right. So you're amazingly passionate about reading in general. I think that's one of the best hobbies and habits that should go with being a Toastmaster, because
Yes.
that opens up the imagination. And we saw that imagination in your speech today. Thank you, Toastmaster Anam.
Thank you so much.
Our third contestant today was Muhammad Farooq. Muhammad Farooq Saab, are you there?
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum, Muhammad Farooq Saab. You had a very inspirational message for all of us to look behind and not to leave anybody behind, from what I got. The other interesting phrase that I heard in your speech was, the pace of race in life. As I understood, in say the younger years in your life, you had a much faster pace, which is why you were away from family and all that. How do you see yourself today in that pace of life? And was this incident that happened with you, with the family, like a defining moment?
Well, we can say that we go through many phases in life. So that was one phase. And right now I am in another phase of my life. And yes, now I am challenging myself more into other grounds, just not to focus on my pace only. but on other skills which God has given to me. Yes, God has given me the fast runner skills, so I have utilized it in one phase of my life. But it's now time to utilize another skills, just to explore it and to utilize it. So I think it's my second or third phase, you can say, that I'm exploring myself into other grounds, like I always said that I came out of my comfort zone and now I'm challenging myself into other fields. So it's like exploring myself into another ground.
Right, that's amazing. Thank you so much. So you're at another phase in your life, and I guess being part of Toastmasters is in that as well. So we have an amazing speaker and fellow Toastmaster in you. Thank you. And finally, I know that our fellow Toastmaster, Fahad Hashmi, was ultimately not able to deliver his speech, but if he is still there, I would like that we could hear him. Toastmaster Fahad, are you still there?
Yes, I'm there. Yes, I'm there.
Okay. Actually, I'm not sure what was happening earlier, but we can hear you now that you're close to the phone
Maybe
to
that's the
whatever
reason.
device that you have. We can hear you. But maybe you could share a little bit about what inspired you to talk about boys not crying.
So I think I should give my speech over here in this question and answer session, right? This was a speech that I did last year at the inter club level. So basically, I wanted to say that yes, boys do have a right to cry, and they also have feelings, and they also have emotions, and they should take it as something very normal rather than taking it like we can't cry, and rather than suppressing your emotions and your feelings inside you and then getting that feeling of depression, that frustration, that irritation. So it's better if you can cry a bit sometimes, go of those negativities building up inside you so that you can act normal and you can just focus on the good parts of your life. That's all what I wanted to say. But unfortunately, things did not work in my favor today.
Well, an inspirational message which you've summed up very well in this short interview.
Yeah.
The message we're getting is it's not a weakness to cry, and it's just a sign of strength that you can
Yes.
let
Yes.
something go, and it just makes you stronger. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Toastmaster Fahad. Thank you. We have a message for you from a large group of people who were trying very hard to listen to you. They congratulate you for every attempt that you made and wish you the best of luck for the future. Okay, with that, we've concluded our interviews with our contestants. We're running a little bit over time. I will just check again with the chief judge. He has requested a little bit more time at the moment. With this, then, I would like to hand over the podium, if you will, to our division director, DTM Muhammad Unib. DTM Unib, are you with us?
Yes, Toastmaster Hina, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Over to you.
Okay. Well, during the time that votes are being counted and final decision making is being made, we'll just fill in the gap. And as we go along, we are learning from the technology. So that's been an amazing journey to the virtual world. A couple of things that I learned today and I can share with you during my initial commencement speech, my initial speech, which I started when it was to start. First of all, this video was not turning on, and it'll be a quick remedy for all of you to just make note that if and nothing is found what to look for. In the end, what I found was that I was connected to Microsoft Teams. So if you are connected to any other media, then you need to switch it off in order for you to have yourself displayed onto the media that you are speaking from. In our case, it was Microsoft, it was Zoom. Similarly, I noticed that I was having difficulty with the no view of the speaker. And then I realized that I had opened up lots of applications. So as I began shutting those applications, it became fine and I could actually go into the speaker's view. I believe that it's taking more space and you need to close all the applications. So I think these were the few tips. And we just have some time now, and I would like to have a little bit of table topic sessions in the meantime. And before I did that, I like to recognize that there were people who've achieved recently the highest credential in Toastmasters. And I would like the timer, if you can just have 1 minute each for all the speakers. And once 1 minute is up, you could just display the red light. Toastmaster Ahmed, are you listening?
Sir, I'm here.
Okay, so I'll be inviting at random from the list of participants that are here. First of all, Rashid Dastagir, can you hear me? Rashid Dastagir, can you hear me?
Toastmaster Rajit, you're unmuted.
Distinguished Toastmaster Rashid Dastagir, if you can hear, can you just acknowledge that you've heard me? Okay, let's move on to Toastmaster Najim Rizvi. Can you hear me? Toastmaster Najim Rizvi, can you hear me? Toastmaster Hina, are you there?
Yes, sir, I am here.
I think let's move on. I picked up other people in the who are participating. Another Toastmaster, Sweeta, can you hear me?
Technical
Okay.
host Arslan, can you please unmute Toastmaster Sweta? Sir, she's muted at the moment.
Sure, I'll do it.
Yes, thank you.
Or are rest of the people, are they muted as well?
Sir, yes, they are muted because there tends to be a lot of background noise when people are not speaking as well. That's why they're muted. We'll have them come back on once the results are ready to be announced. We'll have everybody on.
Okay.
I have unmuted Toastmaster Sweta. And I've also
Toastmaster.
made a co-chair.
Okay, Toastmaster Sweta, can you hear? Right. We move on.
ब्रजवठी करे वरी अच्छा और इन खीर मिल्क सेक्शन
Toastmaster Aslan, is Toastmaster Sweta there?
Yes, she is there.
Okay.
Yes, I'm there. Mohammed.
Okay. Toastmaster Sweta, that's a question for you.
Okay.
What is the first thing you are going to do when this lockdown is over?
Okay. The first thing which I'm going to do when this lockdown is over, I'm going to meet my mother and my in-laws, my parents and my in-laws, because I haven't seen them from quite some time. My parents stays in Assam, and my in-laws are in Kolkata only, but have not been able to meet them. So first thing, I'll meet my parents, my family members. Yes. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sweta. Can we move to Toastmaster Rashid Dastagir? Can we make one more attempt?
Hello.
Now it's we are talking today to distinguished Toastmaster Rashid Dastagir. Can you let us know what difference Toastmaster, just describe your Toastmaster journey with us till becoming the distinguished Toastmaster.
Was my Toastmaster journey. So, fellow Toastmaster and guest, just last week, I have done my last project of my DTM journey, and I was awarded the recognition of DTM by the Toastmaster International. So, the journey, I believe the journey is more exciting and beautiful than the achieving milestone, because few years back it was a towering journey for me, and when I joined Karachi Toastmaster Club, I never thought whether one day I will be a DTM, and person like DTM Salim, late DTM Salim, who was mentor of many Toastmasters in Pakistan, and DTM Samir, and Toastmaster Maria, DTM Oniv, who is our division director. All these amazing and beautiful Toastmaster actually motivated me to progress and do progress on my communication and leadership manual, and go ahead and ahead and ahead. And their beautiful, motivating, and insightful evaluation actually made my journey easier, easier, and easier. And today I am wondering, I actually achieved this highest recognition. So I dedicate it to all the beautiful Toastmaster I met during my this journey. And the only difference I feel, I am that ordinary Rashid Dastagir, but today I am more open, expressive, and having a lot of friends in Toastmaster
Thank you.
fraternity.
Thank you, DTM Dastagir. We move to Toastmaster Atif Arif. If you can unmute Toastmaster Atif Arif, please.
Yes, Atif Irfan here. It's not
Sorry,
Atif.
sorry.
Yes, okay.
Toastmaster Atif Arif, just describe
I cannot hear you. I can't hear you.
virtual future. How to Toastmaster Atif?
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry for that. There was some problem, some disconnection. So can you kindly repeat the question, please? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you, but before that I couldn't even
Sure.
hearing even a single word from your side. I'm sorry for that.
Okay, I'll repeat that. With Toastmaster going virtual and online meetings, how will it be different when we become normal?
Okay. So it's a very interesting thing for me saying that I am really going to miss these virtual meetings because I had never expected to attend a meeting in Peshawar in the afternoon and a meeting in Karachi in the evening. And that was an amazing experience. And even I attended meetings in other parts of the world, many parts of the world. And that's not going to come again if we had a blessing in disguise and this is going to disappear, I would say. And I am really going to miss these meetings. And I urge that Toastmasters International must do something to keep on allowing these meetings even for the clubs which are not online. Because we are now used to of that, of using the technology, of getting connected globally. And I believe that we should not be deprived of this opportunity again. So that's my request. That's my humble request to Toastmasters International. And I am sharing with my fellow Toastmasters. Thank you very much. Over to you, Toastmaster Mohammed.
Thank you. Can we move to Toastmaster Danielle? Is Toastmaster Danielle there?
I'm here.
Toastmaster Danielle, the same question to you. Did you hear the question that I asked previous
Could you
Toastmaster?
repeat it again, please?
With Toastmaster going virtual and online meetings, is it good or bad?
Is it good or bad? Well, I've been a Toastmaster for 5 years and I joined a club because it was close to home. And then after a few years, I wanted to explore the world beyond my 500-meter distance club. And so I joined an online club. So for the last 2 years, I've had the experience of being a member of both an online club and a on-site club. I think it's been a very interesting experience watching lots of people have to learn new skills as we've gone into this time where we're all having to use online platforms. As a result, I think we've all learned new skills and we've all gained an experience that I think we'll never forget. And I think it's been positive. As much as I miss my on-site club and I'll be excited to go back and see people in person, this is the way the world is moving. So we've all gained skills throughout this.
Thank you, Toastmaster Danielle. Can we move to Toastmaster Giader Gizati? Forgive my pronunciation. Giader Gizati. Toastmaster Aslan, have we located Toastmaster Gaziati?
I cannot see him in the participant list, but everyone has the option to unmute him or herself. So I think he's not available right now.
Can we move to Toastmaster Masood Saif? Toastmaster Saif, can you hear me? Can you unmute unmute yourself?
Oh. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So here I am.
It's a bit early for you over there, isn't it?
It's 7:30 right now, and
Okay.
I had to get up at 3:30 in the morning to log on
Great,
for this
great.
meeting.
It's
So it was all
great. I
dark
think
outside.
it's great to have you here. It's a question for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
When we open up, will you prefer to have one
Yeah.
online meeting and one in-person meeting, or you would rather like to continue all in-person meetings of Toastmasters?
Well, if I had a choice, I would like to have both of them because this platform of online meeting is great. You get connected to the whole world, and it's a great experience. And then, of course, face-to-face meetings, and that is also something, because you have a lot of networking going on after the meeting or between the breaks and all that. So I don't know how it will continue, but I hope that we still will have some opportunity of having online meetings after this is over. I have been a Toastmaster for over 15 years now, and it's getting better by the day. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we move to Toastmaster Najam Rizvi?
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible. Toastmaster Najam Rizvi, given a choice, after we come back to normal after this COVID-19 pandemic, inshallah, what will be your choice in your club? One offline meeting and one online, or all in present meetings?
Well, as the other Toastmasters said, that online have been a great experience. Let me. So, online meetings have been a great experience. We have been new things. I thought of having seen or heard Toastmasters from India, South Africa, USA. I did attend a meeting. The option of going meeting anywhere work. But on the other hand, with the on-site meetings, we visiting different venues. They're both, I mean, I hope continue be able to line in offline meetings in future also. And not only Toastmasters, but even in our professional lives, we've learned a lot of things lockdown, in a sense that a lot more work can be done without having to go to your office.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Rizvi. I have been informed that results are now compiled and they are ready. So over to you, Toastmaster Hina.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Umi. Can we have, yeah, thank you. I think all mics are muted now. So the moment of truth, everyone, the results are in, and I'm sure the hearts of all the contestants are beating really hard. And also of all of our lovely audience who have been watching and cheering them on, albeit silently. So first of all, I'd like to announce the result of the evaluation contest. Before that, Chief Judge, would you like to share something with us?
Thank you, Madam Contest Chair. It was a wonderful experience being with all of you and trying to compile the results. It was a little bit of a challenge considering all the results were coming in and then forwarding those to the ballot counters and sharing them. But it was absolutely lovely listening to all the wonderful evaluations and all the wonderful speeches that we had today. Hats off to the wonderful contest, to all the organizing team, and I wish all of you the best of luck. And special thanks to all the amazing judges who took the time and marked the speeches. Thank you, all of you. Over to you, Madam Contest Chair.
Thank you, Chief Judge. Thank you very much. So, with drum rolls just for yourselves and hands on your hearts, all contestants, I am going to announce our third place winner for evaluation contest is Junaid Salim. Could we have a show of... Thank you, thank you. Right, Junaid Salim. Right, our second place for evaluation, Toastmaster Mariam Arif. Yes, please. If I could just request you all to at least give the reactions in your screens. We'll have the mics on shortly. And our winner for today's evaluation contest, Toastmaster Safina Shahid. Many congratulations, Safina Shahid. Are you all able to see the screen?
Yes. Yes, we can.
I would like for their mics to be unmuted, please. Can we have some reaction, please, from our winners for the evaluation contest? Toastmaster Safina.
Hello, Toastmaster Hina. For some reason, I cannot turn on my video.
Can't hear you.
Let me try again. Am I visible?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He is here now.
Hello. Yeah, we can see you and we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. It was a great contest and everyone gave wonderful evaluations. Since I was the second contestant, so I could hear everyone else's evaluations. And it's been a wonderful experience speaking in a virtual meeting. It was my second time when I spoke in a virtual meeting. The support I received from my own CA Toastmaster Club members and my mentors from Toastmaster Hina yesterday, it all helped a lot. It was really helpful advice and guidance. And thank you so much. I'm really excited right now.
Very glad to hear that. Okay, so moving on to the international contest now. Everybody, drum rolls, please. And let me just announce them one by one, and then I will. Let me just do this again. Okay. Just at this moment. Here we are. So our third place winner for today, please put your hands together for Arusa Mohsin. Okay. Our second place winner for today is Anam Qadri. Congratulations. And finally, our winner today, Muhammad Farooq. Congratulations, Toastmaster Muhammad Farooq. You are the international champion at our Division D level. Can we please have Toastmaster Muhammad Muhammad Farooq unmuted and available, please?
Thank you very much. It's more exciting moment for my life. Since I joined Toastmasters, I never thought of contesting any contest because I thought it's too early for me. But my coach, my mentor, and people in my club, they are amazing. They put me forward, and here I am. So thank you all of my mentors, my coach, and my colleagues in my club. Thank you all of you. And thanks for my family that allow me to practice and all this. Because of this COVID-19, we could focus on these things. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Muhammad Farooq. I believe all in all, we've had a really, really wonderful contest with some excellent evaluations from which we all have something to take away and beautiful inspirational speeches. I would like our technical host, if you could please unmute the mics right now so that everybody can give a big round of applause. All the role players, all the contestants. Thank you.
आपका बैलेंस जो है 15 रुपए से कम है जोड़ किया सी कि यहाँ से गेम
That's great. Okay. With that, I would really like, if I'm not sure if this is possible, technical host, is it possible to get maybe have our contestants put on their cameras and have a picture of contestants, and then we can have a picture of the whole audience as a whole. Is that possible?
No, Toastmaster Hina, it would not be possible.
Yeah, it can be done in a different manner. We can take the group photo now, and then when other people are leaving, contestants will stay here, and then when only those 3 of them are left, we can take the snapshot then.
That
Or
is
perhaps you can crop the pictures. That's an option available in PowerPoint, and or take the picture and crop the winners and say some.
Toastmaster International does not allow forgery.
Okay. I think, what would you say, Toastmaster Arsalan? Contestants and winners, are you willing to just...
I would say that we can take a group photo and then we can have a district flyer which we can market it over the District 122 page with the
Or
pictures of the winners.
perhaps one idea is given to me by Australia that if you can move contestant to breakout room and then take the picture.
That would be a very, very good idea. Thank you so much.
Before we did that, Toastmaster Ina, I think
Yes,
there
sir.
is 1 or 2 points in the agenda. I think district director, his views, and then I
Yes, of
think we
course.
complete the agenda and then do the photographs.
Sure. My apologies for jumping the gun in the excitement. Of course, I'd like to invite back to speak our district director for District 122 Territorial Council, Distinguished Toastmaster Samir Hamid.
Thank you very much, Contest Chair. I think I've already said my piece, and I believe people want to be leaving pretty soon as we are getting late. But again, for me, it was a pleasure. I'm so happy that we had this contest today. And I believe that Division A will be having their contest next week. I certainly intend to be a visitor there. And it really is wonderful to see how the speakers, the quality, the evaluations, everything is progressing. I can say with certainty that one day Pakistan will have a world champion who will compete and they will be the best. That's about my limit. Thank you.
You need to unmute.
Mina, your mic is here. Your mic is muted.
Right. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you again, DTM Samir. And with that, I'll hand over now to Distinguished Toastmaster Muhammad Unib, our Division Director. Sir, some final words from you before we get on with taking the pictures here. Thank you.
Sure. I'm mindful that we have run out of time, so I'll just have a quick thanks to everyone who participated today, especially our esteemed guests who joined us. For some of them, the time was odd, and they still managed, for the sake of Toastmasters program, they joined in. So I think thank you to them as well as other distinguished guests who joined us today from various parts of the world. I'm really thankful. I'm thankful to the district trio, Distinguished Toastmaster Samir, Distinguished Toastmaster Zaid Kalia, and Distinguished Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid, for all of the support that you've done. I don't think we need to mention it. I think it was a lot of work that went in planning and working with the judges and the training, etc. I'm thankful to the area directors for making this happen. There was again a lot of work. I'm thankful to the contest chair and all of the role holders who made this happen and then made this contest a success. And I think before that, I'm thankful to Area A, this Division A members, our members in the northern part of the country who joined in and made this event a success. And last but not least, our Toastmasters of yesteryears, Distinguished Toastmaster Salim Ahmed, Distinguished Toastmaster Mazhar Jamil, who are not part of the proceedings today, but they would be extremely happy up there seeing all what has transpired today. As it says, from little acorns grow mighty oaks. So I think that's the saying is valid today, that today the seeds that were sowed by these Toastmasters of yesteryears, now they've become a tree and they will become mighty in days to come. Over to you, Toastmaster Hina.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Muhammad Uneeb, for your vote of thanks and vote of confidence to all of us. Just before we sign off, a quick word of thanks by name to at least all the role players today. Many thanks to our technical host, Toastmaster Arslan Sattar, to our Sergeant at Arms, stroke moderators, Toastmaster Faizan Abbasi, Toastmaster Ali Ashir, and Toastmaster Saral Waswani. Timers, Toastmaster Ahmed Aftab, Toastmaster Farhan Ayub, and Toastmaster Saad Shoaib. Ballot counters, Toastmaster Imran Rana, Madam Toastmaster Faria Iqbal, and Toastmaster Muiz Naeem. And last but not the least, of course, the anonymous but very, very helpful panel of voting judges and our chief judge. Thank you all very much for your support. And with that, I'd like to sign off. Could we all just have our cameras on so we can get a nice picture? And I'm unmuting so we can have some applause. Thank you so much.
फिर तो ये बात पुरानी है फिर वो तो
We are listening to the humorous speeches going on in various areas. These are the humorous speeches we are listening. I hope
Toastmaster Arslan, are you taking a picture so that people are, I'm mindful that people have to attend to other commitments. So if you can just take this picture, and if you would like to let people go into the breakout rooms for pictures with the winners.
Yes. And winners don't leave guys.
बट वो एक मॉडर्न में यूज कर सकते हैं ना बट ये लोग बोल रहे हैं कि 3.5 तो लगेगी
It's done.
Thank you. And possible for you to take us to the breakout rooms for picture with the winner? Just
and thank you very much, audience. Sorry, Toastmaster Samir, DTM Samir.
Just take a picture of the main group and then go to the breakout rooms later.
Yes, I believe. Are we done with the pictures?
Sorry, Mark, you were saying something.
Toastmaster, are we done with the pictures? We're done with the pictures, DTM Samir. So
Okay,
thank you, audience. We will see you another day, another time. Toastmasters meeting online. Signing off now. Thank you.
Bye.
Right. Thank you. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Contestants and winners, I hope you guys are here. If we could have at least one picture of just all the contestants and then of the winners, whoever is available.
Okay. भाई contestant अपनी शक्ल दिखा दो तस्वीर खींच रहे हो
Faria. Anam disappeared. Anam. Are they there?
Are we done from here?
I'm not sure. Are you guys entering into a breakout room? Arslan, are you doing a breakout room or shall just the
Yeah,
contestants?
I have created the breakout room, but I'm not sure do we have all the contestants with us.
Yeah, I think
we have Safina.
We have.
We don't have Junaid Salim.
Yes,
and we don't have Mariam as well.
Okay. I think in that case, your suggestion on doing a flyer with the pictures, maybe we'd have to do that.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
Mariam has joined the group, the breakout room.
Okay, Mariam has joined the breakout room. Okay.
Safina, can you please join the evaluation group then?
Mr. Salan, can you add me because my mobile has turned off, so I am connecting from Maria's device.
Maria's. Okay,
Maybe you can change the name on the bottom. I'm just suggesting. If you're able to.
Aslan, do I need to join that? Yeah, introduction.
Yeah, I sent you a request. Toastmaster Farooq, have you joined in?
He's changed from Faria's name to his name right now. If you could just send him an invite. Can you see? Farooq Ahmed Siddiqui.
Is it Farooq Ahmed Siddiqui or is it Mohammad Farooq?
No, both of them actually are contestants. Both of them are contestants.
So we have to take a photo of the contestants as well, right?
Yes, if they're available. So if whoever's
But
available,
I have already transferred them to separate groups like international speech and evaluation. What I'll do is I'll take the pictures from there and then we can have the pictures of contestants. All right?
Okay.
Okay, so
should we sign off then?
Yeah, wait for like 2-3 minutes, then I'll be back.
So are you going to add him to the evaluation group?
You want us to stay tuned, or you want to?
I think, sir, if you want to maybe step out, it's okay. This is just, if you say after the end, this is like a photo session for them.
Sure. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
I
Thank
am
you, sir.
now signing off. Thank you.
All
Allah
right.
Hafiz.
Take care. Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz. Let me turn on my camera. Hello, people.
Hello.
I think Arsalan didn't share the invite with this ID. So
I know. I tried to make him. I'm not. Let me try to message him. He sort of he's got the pictures of all of the. Right, here we go. Where are you, Arsalan? I think maybe what he's suggesting is when everybody comes out, then all the contestants will be there, and then maybe he'll take your picture along with that. Maybe. I think that's what he was trying to say. So Faria, I find that mashallah you give really good suggestions. Excellent.
Thank you.
Mashallah, you're an amazing Toastmaster and a very sort of organized and how would I say it? You think laterally. You're a very good critical thinker. Great. I'm still trying. Saad Mirza. Okay. Hello, sir. Congratulations, Farooq Saab. Amazing.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, Farooq.
Okay. Arsalan, are you back?
You can leave now.
Arsalan? And everybody left. Is he still? He's still inside the.
Arslan is there.
You were in the international speech group, were you, in the breakout room? Okay.
We have done and I come back.
Okay. I think it would have been better just to have the one breakout room because there were some common contestants. Yourself, Anam, were in international and in this. So.
Are we done? Can we leave now?
I guess we were waiting for Farooq to also be part of the picture, so I'm not sure what's going on. So sorry to hold you up.
No, it's okay.
Right. So Toastmaster Mohammed Farooq decided to, guess he's on a call. That's okay. Step away. So, have all of you had some lunch or something?
No.
Same
We
here.
are just going to have it.
Yeah, I know. I had breakfast. I kept a couple of chocolates, thinking maybe in between speeches or something I have a chance. I didn't even look at them.
We did had Kokomo during the breaks.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I think I kept them in the wrong place. I thinking maybe these might interfere with the video or something as well, you know. I should have kept them in front of me. Oh, I just managed to sort of take some sippies when I had the video off. That's all, of water.
Yeah.
Okay, Ursulan, are the rest of the contestants sort of stepping back?
Yeah, they are
into the
also
main room
joining.
now?
Yeah.
Ursulan?
Yeah.
Ursulan, how was your day?
Hmm?
How was your day? Being a technical manager of
All
this
I
meeting,
can
how was
say
your
is
day?
Toastmaster Ursulan, really, you're the best.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You are an awesome Toastmaster. You are an amazing human being. Thank you so much for all your support and help. Amazing. Absolutely.
I think the other winners have left, so I'll take the group photo of whoever is available here.
Okay, yes.
Okay, sure. Mm. Would have been nice if Toastmaster Mirza Saad would have turned his camera on. Well, I think he's.
Saad, please turn your camera on. I guess he's not.
He's not there. That's okay. No problem. Okay, great. Thank you, Ursulan. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ursulan. Thank you,
all of you.
Hey,
Have a
congratulations,
wonderful
Toastmaster Farooq.
evening. Have a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Thank you.